Now test for convergence of sigma cubed root of 3n square plus 1 upon 4th root of 4n cube plus 2n plus 7. Now the general term is given as un is equals to, this cubed root can be written as 3n square plus 1 whole power of 1 by 3 upon 4n cube plus 2n plus 7 whole power of 1 by 4. Now take this n square common. Here we have 1 by 3. So this n square will come out of this bracket with this power 1 by 3. So in bracket we are left with 3 plus 1 by n square whole power of 1 by 3 upon, take this n cube common, highest power, n cube will come out of this term with this power 1 by 4. So inside the bracket we are left with 4 plus 2n upon n cube plus 7 upon n cube whole power of 1 by 4. Now this will become n power of 2 by 3 upon n power of 3 by 4. Here we are having 1 plus 1 by n square whole power of 1 by 3 upon 4 plus 2 by n square plus 7 by n cube whole power of 1 by 4. Now take this n power of 2 by 3 to denominator. This will now become 1 by n power of 3 by 4 minus 2 by 3 with this term. Now if I take LCM here, 1 by n power of 4 into 3 will be 12, 3 3s are 9, 9 minus 8 will be 1 by 4. So we have this term into this term. Now right here we have un. Now take this 1 by n power 1 by 12 as Vn. So here we have un is equals to, put this value as Vn into this term. Now dividing both sides by Vn, dividing both sides by Vn and applying the limits. Now dividing both sides by Vn, here we have un upon Vn value is this. Next apply the limits. We have limit n tends to infinite un by Vn. Value will be limit n tends to infinite. Now when n tends to infinite, 1 by n will tends to 0. So here I will get 3 plus 1 by n square will be 0 whole power of 1 by 3 by 4 plus 0 plus 0 whole power of 1 by 4. So we have cubed root of 3 plus 4th root of 4. That is a finite number, finite non-zero number. So here we have this n term, that is Vn. As this Vn as sigma Vn. Value is sigma Vn value is 1 by n power of 1 by 12 is a P series with P value as 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is less than 1, so P less than 1 means sigma Vn is divergent. That will implies sigma Un will automatically be divergent by comparison test. According to comparison test, both series converges or diverges together. Also divergent. Test for convergence of the series root 2 minus 1 by 3 cube minus 1 and so on. Now let us solve this question. See here we have in numerator root 2, root 3, root 4. So inside this root we have 2, 3, 4 and so on, which is in AP, arithmetic progression. So these numbers are in arithmetic progression. So the general term an will be first term 2 plus n minus 1 into d. Common difference is 1. So we have 2 plus n minus 1, that is n plus 1. So here we have inside this root the general term. Here the general term un value is under root n plus 1. Next minus 1 is common in all the terms, so we will take minus 1 upon, we have this 3, 4, 5. So numbers are changing, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5 are also in arithmetic progression. So the general term an will be first term plus n minus 1 into common difference. Common difference is 1. So we have 3 plus n minus 1, that is n plus 2. So this will become n plus 2. N plus 2 cube is there. We have common cube here for all the terms. Here also we have this cube, not root. So here we have cube. So whole cube, minus 1 is common in all the terms. So we got the general term like this. Now after getting the general term, take common highest power of n from numerator as well as from denominator. So this will become un is equals to under root we have this n. Take n common, we have 1 plus 1 by n minus 1. In denominator, take n common, we have 1 plus 2 by n whole cube minus 1. Now separate this root, we have root n into root 1 plus 1 by n, separating the roots minus 1 upon, we have separate this power n cube into 1 plus 2 by n whole cube minus 1, right. Now if I take this root n common from numerator, we have root n and n cube common from denominator, then we are left with root over 1 plus 1 by n. Here we do not have any root n term, so we'll get 1 by root n here, 1 by root n upon n cube is common, so we are left with 1 plus 2 by n cube. No n cube term, so I'll get 1 by n cube here. Now here we have this root n can be written as n power of 1 by 2 upon n cube. Now this term can be copied So we have this term. Now this term will become 1 upon, now here take this n power of 1 by 2 divided by n power of 3 will become, see here we have a power of m upon a power of n will become 1 by a power of n minus m. So applying that concept here, this will now become 1 by n power of 3 minus 1 by 2. So this will become 1 by n power of 2 into 3 is 6, 6 minus 1 will be 5, 5 by 2. This is the value of un. Now let us take this term as Vn. Now let us take this term 1 by n power of 5 by 2 as Vn. Then here we have Vn into this term. Now applying limits on both sides, so we have limit n tends to infinite and divide this by Vn. So here we have un by Vn. Un by Vn is equals to, we have limits n tends to infinite, this term. So this term can be copied. Now if n is tending to infinite, then 1 by n tends to 0. So this will become root 1 plus 1 by n value will be 0 minus 1 by root n value will also be 0 by 1 plus 2 into 1 by n value will be 0 whole cube minus 0. So we have 1 by 1, that is 1, a finite non-zero number. So we have this Vn here. Now we can say that as this Vn as sigma Vn, value is sigma 1 by n power of 5 by 2 is a p series or auxiliary series with p value, with p is equals to 5 by 2. 5 by 2 means 2.5, that is greater than 1. Greater than 1. When p is greater than 1, this sigma Vn is convergent. So the given auxiliary sequence is convergent, that will implies our given series un is also convergent by comparison test. So by comparison test, the given series is also convergent. This series is also convergent. Examine the convergence of sigma n cube minus 5n square plus 7 by n power 5 plus 4n power 4 minus n. Now let us solve this. Here the general term un is given as this term. We got this general term. Now take common, that is highest power of n is n cube in numerator So take that common, we have n cube. So then we have 1 minus 5n square by n cube plus 7 by n cube, taking highest power of n from denominator common. Next we have take highest power n power of 5 common from denominator. We have 1 plus 4 n power 4 by n power of 5 minus n by n power of 5. This will now become, this n cube will get cancelled with this n power of 5. So we are left with n square here. So 1 by n square into we have 1 minus 5 by n plus 7 by n cube upon we have 1 plus 4 by n power of 4 by n minus n by n power of 5. Now take this 1 by n square as Vn. So here we have un is equals to, this will become Vn into this part. Now dividing by this Vn, then I'll get un by Vn, value will be this. Now apply limits on both sides, then I'll get limit n tends to infinite un by Vn, value is limit n tends to infinite. So if n tends to infinite, 1 by n tends to 0. So here we have 1 minus 5 into 0 plus 7 into 0 upon 1 plus 4 into 0 minus we have n power, n by n power 5 will be 1 by n power 4, that will be 0 only. So we got 1 by 1, that is 1, a finite number, finite non-zero number, right? Here we can cancel this n and I'll get 1 by n power of 4 here. Same here also. One by n power of 4 everywhere. Now we can see that as this sigma Vn is sigma, Vn value is taken as 1 by n square, is a p series with p value 2 that is greater than 1. When p is greater than 1, this sigma series, sigma Vn series is convergent. That implies sigma un is also convergent by comparison test. Discuss the convergence of the given series here. Now let us see the solution. Here the general term un will be, see the numerator, here we have 2, 3, 4, 5. that is all numbers are in arithmetic progression AP. Its general term will be an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Similarly, in denominator we have 1 power p, 2 power p. So 1, 2, 3, 4 denominator are also in AP, which general term will be n. So I can see that this will be n plus 1 by n power p is the general term for the given series. Now take n common from numerator. We have 1 plus 1 by n. In denominator we have n power of p. Now send this n power of 1 to denominator. This will become 1 by n power of p minus 1 into we have 1 plus 1 by n. This is the value of un. Now let us take this 1 by n power of p minus 1 as some vn. Now this un will become vn into 1 plus 1 by n. Now divide by vn on both sides. We have vn, un by vn is 1 plus 1 by n. Now apply limit n tends to infinite. Limit n tends to infinite un upon vn. Value is limit n tends to infinite 1 plus 1 by n. Limit 1 by n will be 0. So this will become 1. That is a finite non-zero number. So here we have this as sigma vn is equals to sigma vn value we have taken 1 by n power of p minus 1 is a p series. Now whether this p series is convergent or divergent, it depends on this power of this n, this power of this n. So if the power of this n is greater than 1, then the sigma vn is convergent, otherwise divergent. So here we say if this p minus 1 is greater than 1, that is p is greater than 2, then sigma vn will be convergent. This will be convergent. If this power p minus 1 is less than or equal to 1, then this sigma vn will be divergent. So the given sequence by comparison test, sigma un is convergent when p is greater than 2 and this sigma un is divergent when p is less than or equal to 2 by comparison test. According to the comparison test, both sigma vn, sigma un both converges together simultaneously. It means that if vn is convergence, then un is also converging. If vn is diverging, then automatically un will diverge. So based on that comparison test, we say that the given series is convergent or divergent based upon the value of this P. Test for convergence, sigma root over n power 4 plus 1 minus root over n power 4 minus 1. Here the general term un is root n power 4 plus 1 minus root n power 4 minus 1. We have root term in numerator. Now for this kind of questions we rationalize this numerator. So then we have root n power 4 plus 1 minus root over n power 4 minus 1 upon root over n power 4 plus 1 minus, here we have minus already, so this will become plus root over n power 4 minus 1. Now if we think this as a minus b and a plus b, so this will become a square minus b square. So this will become root over n power 4 plus 1 square minus root over n power 4 minus 1 whole square upon root over n power 4 plus 1 plus root over n power 4 minus 1. Now this root and square will get cancelled. We have n power 4 plus 1 minus n power 4, and minus into minus will become plus. We have root n power 4 plus 1 plus root n power 4 plus 1. Now this will become 2 upon root n power 4 plus 1 plus root n power 4 minus 1. Here we have minus. Now we have this term. Now take n power 4 common. So here we have n power 4, or we can write down this n power 4 plus 1 whole power of 1 by 2 plus n power 4 minus 1 whole power of 1 by 2. So this will become 2 upon, if I take this n power 4 common, it will carry its 1 by 2 as power from the first term. Then we have 1 plus 1 by n power 4 whole power of 1 by 2 plus, again take this n power 4 common, so it will come out with 1 by 2. Next we have 1 minus 1 by n power 4 whole power 1 by 2. So now taking this n power of 4 1 by 2 n power 4 1 by 2 common, we have 2 upon n power 4 by 2 means 2, n square into, we have 1 plus 1 by n power 4 whole power 1 by 2 plus 1 minus 1 by n power 4 whole power of 1 by 2 bracket. So this can be written as 1 by n square into 2 upon n plus 1 by n power 4. Here we have 1. 1 plus whole power of 1 by 2 plus 1 minus 1 by n power 4 whole power 1 by 2. Now this is the value of un. Now take this 1 by n square as Vn. then we have this term. Now this will become un is equals to Vn into this. Now dividing both side by Vn, we have un by Vn equal to this term. Now apply limit n tends to infinite un upon Vn. This will become limit n tends to infinite. When n tends to infinite, 1 by n tends to 0. So we have 2 by 1 plus 0. 1 by n will be 0 by 2 plus 1 minus 0 power 1 by 2. So we have 2 by 2 plus 1 will be 2. So I'll get 1, that is finite, and we say this series as sigma Vn is sigma Vn value we have 1 by n square is a p series, so with p value as 2 means greater than 1, so sigma Vn is convergent. If sigma Vn converges, then automatically sigma Un is also convergent because of comparison test. Comparison test says that if one converges, then other automatically converges. Both converges or diverges together or simultaneously by comparison test.